The 9000 has consistently won safety awards every year since it was first produced, both in the States and in Sweden. You know, independent analysis of crash statistics have shown the 9000 to be one of the safest cars on the road.
Saab have always been synonymous with safety. Their cars embodied all their aircraft practices in putting a vehicle together. You don't put one of these things in the sky until you're sure it's going to fly. They didn't put a Saab on the road until they were sure it was going to drive safely.
Now, we are a little different from the rest of the world, perhaps in Sweden and Scandinavia, that we have elks on our roads, big animals with long legs, heavy. If you hit them by accident, then they will smash into your window and they will totally destroy the compartment. So we have tests to verify that we can stand an elk test. So we have a specification for that.
One of the most tremendous feats of endurance actually achieved with the Saab 9000 Turbo was the Talladega Long Run, which was in the Alabama desert. They literally ran for 3 weeks at an average speed of around 130 miles an hour, and excluding driver changes and service stops, these cars ran non-stop for 3 weeks, which really did prove Saab's point, and that was a turbocharged car can be very, very reliable, and I think they proved that quite conclusively.
Personally, I think the 9000 is a great car. I've driven the same one now for 6 years, and so see no reason to change it. It offers me exactly what I want. Good road holding, comfort, good accommodation for my family of 5, a large boot space, good economy, good everything. In fact, you know, it's the world's best car. We started racing the 9000 in 1989 because as a racing team we recognised, you know, the potential of the chassis, the good road holding, the powerful engine and the good braking system. A lot of people within Saab and outside Saab said that the car couldn't win, and we persevered and we won the Great Britain Championship for production saloon cars in 1992.
We had a jubileum for the aircraft division 1987, and with aircraft it was very easy to show what the aircraft can do, all the air shows and things like that. And Scania trucks, they were showing big trucks and things like that. And our PR director at the time said, we must have something to show the car side and try to find out something, and that's why we started this. And we were doing two-wheel, we were jumping and things like that. And I tell you, we broke quite a few cars before we got it right. We want to show how easy it is to drive a Saab, for all the cars we're using are standard cars, and the drivers in no way special either. They all work at the factory.
Saab as a company have never compromised on styling their vehicles, right from the very earliest vehicles, the two-strokes, right to the very latest 900s and 9000s. They've done things their way. Now, as a purchaser of a car, you either love that or you hate it.
I believe research has been done, market research, to try and find out what makes a Saab driver tick. And I believe the Saab driver just does not fit into any particular marketing mould. They cannot classify that person. Presumably all sorts of different people come to Saab simply because they are individualistic.
Saab has continued to have an image problem. It's very difficult for a lot of people to place, you know, where the car is coming from, but that has worked to its advantage in recent times when, during the recession, company owners felt they couldn't replace Mercedes or BMWs and make the wrong sort of statement to employees who were being laid off, but they still felt they could spend the same money and have the same quality of car without making a huge image statement. You could buy a brand new Saab and employees wouldn't be upset so much as if they bought a BMW.
Saabs have generally cost more than the equivalent car. They've not necessarily made very bold statements either in their advertising or in their street presence, but they have made a presence felt in the golf club, in the conversations in the pub, that you could say that your car was a bit different, a bit unusual, and wasn't going to be parked alongside something similar elsewhere.
I think Saab's image problem comes simply from the fact they are a Swedish-built car. The Swedish culture is a very conservative culture. The Swedes don't want to shout about how good the car is, and perhaps that has led to this perception that they are a boring car. But I think as time goes on, Saab will prove people to be wrong.